All right, y'all, this is video number 4. I am so excited that I'm doing so good at sticking to my goal of 5 videos for you guys. So welcome to Beyond the Veil. I am Adina. If you need to contact me for any personal readings or services or anything like that, my email address is always in the description box, beyondtheveiladina@gmail.com. Contact me there, or on Instagram, sliding to my DMs at Beyond the Veil Adina on Instagram. And from there, we can get in direct contact. So, I've been doing these readings on the fly. I'll stop one, take a few deep breaths, start another one. I want to do Biggie Smalls' mom. Let me make sure I get her name right. Biggie Smalls' mom, Voletta Wallace. I was thinking Coretta. Excuse me. And I'm reading her because she just recently spoke out in response to all the allegations in the video that came out about Diddy, and said she would slap him or something like that. So I want to dig into what she really feels about him now, and what she's always felt. I'm going to read Miss Voletta Wallace as it relates to how she feels about P. Diddy. And I actually want to ring the bell for this. Most High Mother and Father God, please allow me to see, conjure up, and speak to the soul of Voletta Wallace, mother of Christopher Wallace, aka Biggie Smalls. Miss Voletta Wallace. Miss Voletta Wallace. Miss Voletta Wallace. Come, come, come. I ask that you speak to me today willingly, and if not, then I compel you to speak to me today about how you feel about Diddy. Typically, I ask the spirits to give me a message for you, but I'd like you to speak to me while your soul is here, because you've come here and you've sat down with me, just the same as I'm sitting with you, letting me know that you're willing to come in and speak peacefully and truthfully about whatever you know. Thank you, Miss Voletta Wallace. She says, thank you for what you do for the spirits and what you did for my son. You're welcome. I did do a reading on Biggie for those of you who are wondering what I did for her son. Miss Voletta Wallace, give me an oracle card, just one, to sum up how you feel through the oracles about Sean P. Diddy Combs. Say to me everything that you can't say publicly, or that you may say one day. Say it here truthfully from your soul. Speak unburdened, here from your soul. What do you need to release? She wants to know, what did you do? And she's hoping that the truth comes out. A time to give rather than to take. On the bottom, Miss Voletta Wallace, what is this? What do you need to release? The waning moon. As the moon wanes and fades into darkness on Diddy, she feels like something will come out that will give some kind of vindication to her son, because she knows that Diddy has something to do with it. It's just never been able to be proven, because he's always been in power. But now that he is being removed from his throne and things are coming out about him, she's hoping the next thing that's released has something to do with her son, so that the things that she's heard and the things that she can't prove the things that she feels that she can't prove will have some kind of validity to them. Give me one tarot card, Miss Folletta, to describe what this message means. The Tower in reverse, because he's been able to evade his Tower moment for so long. But like I said, she's hoping, because this is a Scorpio card. And even though the moon isn't ruled by Scorpio, they have the same elements to them, the same moon-like elements as a water sign. He's been able to evade for so long. But she knew that he had something to do with his son's death, their dealings, their business and personal dealings. She was hoping that it'd be exposed before she passed away, allegedly. And something about when Kim Porter passed away, she knew even more. Why is this Tower in reverse? Something that hasn't been spoken about, or justice that's been deferred. But now it's coming out. Things are coming out. And she's waiting. She's just waiting on things to come out about her son. Because now people in the industry are talking about things that they weren't talking about back then. All right. Let's read it a little bit in more detail, Miss Folletta. Miss Folletta Wallace, talk to me about how you feel about Sean P. Diddy Combs. Miss Folletta Wallace, talk to me about how you feel about Sean P. Diddy Combs. Miss Folletta Wallace, talk to me about how you feel about Sean P. Diddy Combs. He always, and at the beginning, she thought that they were friends. And to this day, Sean has always portrayed himself to be a friend of her son. Challenging. The business got in the way. Monies paid and owed. As a matter of fact, he was there at Biggie's funeral. Maybe he made a promise to pay Miss Folletta some money that should have been Biggie's and never did. Methinks that's when she started to look at Sean differently. For real, for real. She always felt like Sean wasn't to be trusted, and or a lot of the people that her son, Biggie, had gotten himself involved with since he became Biggie Smalls weren't to be trusted. Methinks she anticipated backstabbery. Near future, I don't know if Miss Folletta will receive some money or if she will give something. I'll come back to that. Seven of Swords in reverse, crowning her. Now, I don't know if she has some information to give that now that the feds are snooping around her door possibly, that she can lend to the conversation, or if this is just her watching all the Diddy exposés to see what comes up. Methinks the feds want to know, or have been talking, or people, I know that she just did a recent interview. People are starting to come back and want to talk to her again now that Diddy is being exposed. She feels like he's allegedly a liar, a thief, and a killer. External, Miss Folletta will do anything she can to assist the takedown of Diddy. hopes and fears. Her fears was that she wouldn't be alive when this day came, allegedly. Outcome, she will speak again, and she will have reason to, because she does. She is going to talk about, as the Diddy fallout comes and all the things that falls out, she's going to talk about the money, about her son wanting to leave Bad Boy and they wanting to take him out before, something about the money. He wanted to leave. He wasn't successful anymore. After the Tupac situation, he was afraid, didn't want to do the whole drama thing anymore. He was trying to get away before this happened. That will be revisited, as a lot of Diddy's old conspiracy theories will. Page of Wands as the outcome from Miss Voletta. Maybe an interview, documentary, something. She will be public again. And I don't know if this is her feeling like the case was closed, but me feels like her speaking will be at a time where Diddy is in a different place. And so she will feel, even if it's not legally, because this isn't justice, she will feel vindicated in that her son's story has now fully been told, now that Diddy is going down. She will feel completely vindicated at some point. About what happened when her son wanted to break up with Diddy. Or due to Cassie's takedown of Diddy. Two of Cups in reverse. That one breakup. Because Diddy had been able to evade so many things he's done in his past until Cassie decided to not play along anymore, and so did everyone else. That will give her some vindication when she speaks out again. It'll be at a time when that has happened. So many people couldn't speak out because Diddy still had powerful relationships. But when she speaks out again, that tide will have changed. King of Swords in reverse. So many things that have never been said about Diddy will now be said, and truth. It will be truth. And she will be glad because she feels like he and the industry took her son away, but he arranged it, coordinated it, including something to do with the East Coast, West Coast beef. And that's obviously what her son had to do with. I want to look into this Ace of Pentacles. Is that you getting or giving? The Sun. King of Wands. Page of Swords. Somebody may approach Miss Voletta to have her speak on their documentary or film. This isn't the King of Pentacles, so I'm not going to say 50 Cent, but it could be. Or someone who is possibly putting together a film or documentary could be paying her for her interview. Possibly. Three of Cups, present position. Yeah, he showed up to Biggie's funeral allegedly and promised her that he would continue paying her or would pay her Diddy's, Biggie's royalties or something, allegedly, that was promised to her at the funeral. Especially because they continued to gain after Biggie passed away. He became a bigger star than he ever was. Whatever she was given, it was pennies. Challenging. And that's when she knew for sure. She suspected, but that's when she knew for sure that allegedly Diddy had something to do with the death of her son. because she got nothing from all the wealth that they gained after his death. Three of Swords in reverse in the past, and I'm going to end with that. She knew. She always knew that that day would happen. She always knew that the backstabbing would happen. She would tell Biggie, and he would say stuff like, "Mom, don't worry about it. You ain't got nothing to worry about. I got this. I'm going to get out. I'm going to get out." Seems like they had a recent conversation right before he passed away, and he was saying, "Don't worry. I'm going to get out. I've been talking to some other lawyers or some other people in the industry." But before that could happen, methinks Diddy's camp got word of who Biggie was talking to, working with. Wanted to make sure that he couldn't get out. All right. Miss Valletta will speak again, and she will possibly do so on some type of film, documentary, another interview. But she will do so feeling very joyful and gleeful, as it will be at a time where Diddy is facing a lot more heat than he is even now, allegedly. All right. Love you guys. Bye.